I gave my coworker a fake lottery ticket. He quit his job and lost his house. I pranked my coworker with a fake lottery ticket. He quit his job in a blaze of glory, insulted the CEO, and destroyed his career. Now he's back, asking for his desk, because he has a mortgage closing on Monday. The porcelain of the toilet tank is cold against my forehead. That's the only thing keeping me from passing out right now. I'm sitting on the floor of the handicap stall in the third-floor men's room, my knees pulled up to my chest, listening to the muffled sounds of chaos erupting in the hallway outside. My phone is in my hand, the screen glowing with a Google search that I never thought I'd have to type. Can you go to jail for a prank that ruined someone's life? It's Friday the 13th. February 13th, 2026. The date was supposed to be the joke. The bad luck was supposed to be funny. It wasn't supposed to be a nuclear detonation in the middle of the sales floor. I can hear security shouting. I can hear the heavy, rhythmic thud of boots on the commercial carpet. And above it all, I can hear Dave's voice. It doesn't sound like the Dave I've sat next to for 3 years. It sounds like a wounded animal. It sounds like a man who just realized he walked off a cliff because he thought he could fly. It was a joke. Dave is screaming. Sterling, listen to me. It was a prank. Get him out, a cold, baritone voice commands. That's Mr. Sterling. Our CEO. No. I have a closing on Monday. You can't do this. I squeeze my eyes shut. A closing. Oh God. I didn't know about the closing. To understand why I am currently hiding in a bathroom stall praying for the building to spontaneously combust, you have to understand the culture at Logicorp. We sell logistics software. It is boring, soul-crushing work. To survive, we prank each other. It started small, taping mice sensors, changing desktop backgrounds. Then it escalated. Last month, Dave filled my cubicle with packing peanuts. It took me 3 days to clean it up. So, when I saw the prank lottery ticket pack at the novelty store last weekend, I didn't think twice. It was $5. The ticket looked real. Scratch off. Win up to $50,000. I came in early today. 8 a.m. The office was quiet. I placed the ticket on Dave's keyboard, right on top of his quarterly report. I put a sticky note on it, found this in the break room. Feeling lucky on Friday the 13th? Noah. I thought he would scratch it, see the winner symbol, get excited for 10 seconds, flip it over, read the fine print that says not legal tender, and we would all have a laugh. I thought he would throw a stress ball at me and buy me a beer at lunch. I didn't account for the pressure cooker inside Dave's head. Dave walked in at 8:45 a.m. He looked terrible. Dark circles under his eyes, tie loosened, coffee cup shaking in his hand. He's been riding the line for months. His sales numbers were good, but his attitude was fraying. He hated Sterling. We all did. Sterling is the kind of boss who tracks your bathroom breaks and drives a Porsche he parks in the handicap spot. I watched from my desk, peering over the fabric partition. Dave sat down. He saw the ticket. He snorted, picked it up, and reached for a coin. Scritch. 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 I saw his back stiffen. He scratched faster. Dust flew everywhere. He stopped. He leaned in. He held the ticket up to the fluorescent light. 50,000, he whispered. I waited for him to flip it over. Flip it over, Dave. Read the back. He didn't flip it over. He stood up. His chair rolled back and hit the file cabinet with a clang. Yes. Dave roared. It wasn't a cheer. It was a war cry. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Dave. I started to stand up, a smile plastering onto my face. You get lucky. Dave spun around. His eyes were wild. He looked at me, but he didn't see me. He saw freedom. He saw an exit door. Lucky? Dave laughed. It was a manic, jagged sound. Noah, you beautiful idiot. You gave me the ticket. You gave me the golden ticket. It's just I'm out. Dave shouted, grabbing his coat. I am done. I am finally free of this hellhole. My smile faltered. Dave, wait. Check the. He didn't wait. He didn't check. He turned and marched toward the glass-walled office at the end of the hall. The corner office. Sterling's office. Dave. I called out, panic starting to prickle at the base of my neck. He kicked Sterling's door open. He didn't use the handle. He used the sole of his shoe. The glass door slammed against the stop, vibrating violently. Sterling was on the phone. He looked up, annoyed. Excuse me. Hang up, Dave commanded. He walked right up to the mahogany desk. Hang up the phone, you bald-headed vulture. The entire sales floor went silent. 50 heads popped up like prairie dogs. Phones came out. The red recording lights blinked on. Dave, get out of my office, Sterling said, his voice low and dangerous. I'm not going anywhere until I say my piece. Dave slammed the ticket onto the desk. See that? That's 50 grand. That's my severance package from the universe. I quit. I quit this toxic, miserable sweatshop. I stood up. I tried to move my legs, but they felt like lead. I needed to run over there. I needed to tackle him. I needed to scream it's fake. But I couldn't. I was paralyzed by the sheer magnitude of the train wreck unfolding in front of me. You're quitting? Sterling stood up. He wasn't angry. He was smiling. It was a cold, reptilian smile. Effective immediately. Effective yesterday. Dave screamed. He grabbed a stack of papers from Sterling's desk, the Q1 projections, and threw them into the air. They rained down like confetti. And another thing. Your wife. The head of HR. Everyone knows she's the only reason this company hasn't been sued for labor violations. She's covering your tracks, Sterling. You're a crook. You're cooking the books on the shipping manifests. The room gasped. That was a rumor. A dark rumor. Dave just shouted it into the open air. Security, Sterling said into his intercom. He didn't break eye contact with Dave. Don't bother. Dave yelled. He grabbed his stapler from his back pocket, why did he have a stapler, and hurled it at the wall. It shattered a framed award. I'm leaving. And I'm taking my clients with me. Good luck hitting your targets when I poach the entire Midwest region. Dave spun on his heel. He walked out of the office, flipping double birds to the entire room. I'm rich, he howled as he strode toward the elevator. So long, losers. The elevator doors closed. Silence. Then, the murmurs started. The videos were saved. The clips were uploaded. I stood at my desk, my heart hammering a frantic rhythm against my ribs. He was gone. He had just burned his career, insulted the CEO, accused the company of fraud, and walked out. And he had $50,000 of cardboard in his pocket. I sank into my chair. Oh no, I whispered. I sat there for 10 minutes, staring at my screensaver. I felt sick. I needed to call him. I grabbed my phone. Call Dave. Straight to voicemail. He was probably on the phone with his wife. Or a travel agent. I looked at Sterling's office. The door was closed. The blinds were drawn. But I could see movement. The HR director, Sterling's wife, Linda, had marched in. She looked furious. My computer pinged. An email from IT. Ticket number 9921, emergency access revocation. User, David Miller. Status, completed. Remote wipe initiated. They were scrubbing him. He was being erased from the system in real time. His email, his Slack, his client list. Gone. I walked to the bathroom. That brings us to now. 10:45 a.m. I've been in here for an hour. I'm scared to go back to my desk. I'm scared to look Sterling in the eye. Does he know? Does he know I bought the ticket? Suddenly, the bathroom door flies open. He's back, someone shouts. Dave is back. My blood runs cold. I unlock the stall door. I have to see. I have to face this. I walk out into the hallway. A crowd has gathered near the elevators. Dave is standing there. He looks deflated. The suit jacket he had thrown over his shoulder is now dragging on the floor. His face is pale, a sickly gray color that contrasts violently with the bright red flush of his neck. He is holding the ticket in one hand. It's crumpled. He walks toward the sales floor. His steps are heavy. He looks like a ghost haunting the scene of his own murder. Mr. Sterling. Dave calls out. His voice is weak. It cracks. Mr. Sterling, can we talk? Sterling's door opens. He steps out. He is immaculate. Not a hair out of place. He looks at Dave with a mixture of amusement and disgust. Security hasn't removed you yet? Sterling asks, checking his watch. They're slow today. It was a mistake, Dave says, walking closer. He holds up the crumpled ticket. It was a prank. Someone left a fake ticket on my desk. I thought it was real. I thought I won. And? Sterling asks. And? I reacted emotionally, Dave swallows hard. I was stressed. I didn't mean what I said. About the fraud. Or your wife. It was just, adrenaline. I'd like to retract my resignation. Sterling laughs. It's a dry, hollow sound. Retract? Sterling shakes his head. Dave, you didn't just submit a resignation letter. You flipped my desk. You threw company property. You slandered the executive board in front of 50 witnesses. You burned the bridge, blew up the foundation, and peed on the ashes. I was tricked. Dave points at the room. Someone set me up. Who did it? Who left the ticket? I shrink back behind a filing cabinet. I can't breathe. It doesn't matter who left it, Sterling says. Your reaction was yours. That showed me your true character. That showed me exactly what you think of this company and of me. You think I'm corrupt? You think I'm a vulture? I was angry. Dave pleads. He drops to his knees. Literally. He falls to his knees on the industrial carpet. Please. Sir. You don't understand. I have a closing on Monday. I'm buying a house. My dream house. The financing is contingent on my employment status. If I lose this job today, the bank pulls the loan. I lose the escrow deposit. I lose the house. My wife, she'll leave me, sir. She warned me. My stomach lurches. The closing. The escrow. It wasn't just a job. It was his entire future. That sounds like a personal problem, Sterling says. He turns to Linda, who has stepped out behind him. Linda, is he eligible for unemployment? Linda adjusts her glasses. She looks at Dave on the floor with cold, dead eyes. Resignation with gross misconduct. Insubordination. Violence in the workplace. No. We will contest any claim. He gets nothing. There you go, Sterling says. You fired yourself, Dave. And you did it with such flair. I almost admire it. Please. Dave is sobbing now. Snot running down his face. I'll take a demotion. I'll take a pay cut. Just keep me on the books until Monday. Just let the loan close. Sterling leans down. He gets right in Dave's face. You know, Sterling whispers, but the room is so silent we can all hear it. I was actually going to give you a raise today. Your review was scheduled for 10:30. You were our top earner. Dave wails. A sound of pure agony. But then you called my wife a co-conspirator. Sterling straightens up. Security. Get this trash out of my building. 2 guards grab Dave by the arms. They haul him up. He's limp. He's broken. It was a prank. Dave screams as they drag him toward the elevators. Noah. Noah, where are you? Did you do this? Help me. He saw me. He saw me hiding behind the cabinet. I freeze. Sterling turns his head. He follows Dave's gaze. He locks eyes with me. Noah? Sterling asks. I step out. My legs are shaking. Did you give him the ticket? Sterling asks. I look at Dave, struggling in the guard's grip. I look at the crumpled fake lottery ticket on the floor. I stammer. If I admit it, I might be fired too. Creating a hostile work environment. Inciting a disturbance. But if I don't? Yes, I whisper. It was a joke. For Friday the 13th. Sterling looks at me. He looks at the ticket. Then, a slow smile spreads across his face. Good work, Sterling says. I blink. What? I've been trying to get rid of him for months, Sterling says, smoothing his tie. He's expensive. His commissions are too high. But I didn't have cause. I would have had to pay severance. Unemployment. It would have cost the company 50 grand to fire him. Sterling walks over and picks up the fake ticket. He hands it to me. You just saved the company $50,000, Noah, Sterling grins. You got him to quit voluntarily. And you got him to commit gross misconduct on camera. We don't owe him a dime. I stare at the ticket. It was just a prank, I say, my voice hollow. It was a stress test, Sterling corrects me. And he failed. Go back to work, Noah. And hey, take the rest of the day off. Paid. Sterling walks back into his office and shuts the door. I stand there. The elevator dings. The doors open. The guards shove Dave inside. Dave looks at me one last time before the doors close. His eyes aren't angry anymore. They are empty. He knows. He knows he fell for it. But he also knows I set the trap. The doors slide shut. I look at the sales floor. People are typing. Phones are ringing. The machine is moving again. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Dave's wife. I know her. We've had dinner together. Jenna, Noah. Dave isn't answering. I saw a video on Facebook. Is it true? Did he quit? The bank is calling me. I stare at the message. I can't answer. I walk back to my desk. I sit down. I look at the empty cubicle next to me. The chair is still spun around from when he stood up. The stapler is gone. I saved the company money. I got a paid afternoon off. And on Monday, while I'm sitting here typing emails, Dave is going to be watching his dream house get relisted on Zillow. I look at the ticket in my hand. Winner. I crumple it up and throw it in the trash. Then I open Google again. How to live with yourself. There are no search results for that. So, tell me. Am I the monster for buying a $5 gag gift that destroyed a man's life, or did Dave pull the trigger on a gun I simply handed to him?
If you have made it this far and want to see more videos like this, then kindly subscribe and turn on notifications so you may never miss another story like this.